Hey folks, this is Russ. Now, don't judge me too hard on this next interview. It's actually really interesting, and we're going to talk about a lot of things that I have never talked about before. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what made me kind of come clean. Maybe it was because I just woke up from a sound sleep and I was still all just not in my, element yet. But I wasn't. I was really tired and really just kind of wiped out. So I think I talked way too much, but a lot of you folks are going to learn a lot about MCKAMEY Manor. Hey everybody, it's Russ coming at you unshaven, looking gross from MCKAMEY Manor. I apologize. I just had a call from a guy named Roddy Stewart from England. He wanted to Skype, and I'm always asking the haters to Skype, right? And 99.999 don't do it, but this guy wanted to Skype, so I did, of course. And so here's the video. I think it's entertaining. Watch the whole thing, and like Roddy says, we'll let the video speak for itself. But he's a good guy. So Roddy out there, man, thanks for calling. I do appreciate it. You're a stand-up lad. And let's roll this thing, and I'll talk to you guys at the end of the movie. Thank you with that sound there.
I'm tired. I know you don't care if I'm tired.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on? So who are you?
I'm from London.
All right. Well, tell the world who you are, what's your name and all that good stuff.
What, are you broadcasting me live on Facebook or something?
Oh, it will be, but not yet. It's just recording. Definitely. I record everybody. It's entertaining.
Okay,
it's entertaining to listen to what people say. We all get a kick out of that.
I'm not really here for entertainment. I'm here to have a one-on-one personal discussion with you as an adult.
Well, that's okay. I still film everything, and it's still entertaining.
I'm just here to talk about my observations and pose questions to you.
Oh, okay. Well, who are you? You gotta tell us who you are. We know who I am. I'm Russ MCKAMEY. So who are you?
I'm Roddy, a music artist from the UK.
All right, Roddy. So what do you got going on, man? What's your grievance with MCKAMEY Manor? Knock yourself out.
Right. Basically, right, to start with, the whole tour.
Okay.
Just from watching it from back in 2012.
Okay.
To how it is now, it just seems completely different. I mean, I know there's probably been a lot more money put into it and whatnot, but it just seems that the results that people are coming out with just seems extreme, if I'm honest with you. Like, what is it? The latest one you put up on, what is it, your new attraction, the chamber thing?
Right.
I remember, if I'm thinking correctly, if my memory serves me correct, that in the chamber clip near the end, you could see the dude had blood coming from his mouth, and I think it was one of your staff or yourself,
right,
that said about he'd had a tooth knocked out.
Yeah, we pulled the tooth out. Yes, we did. When you go through the chamber, we actually have a certified dentist on board, and I can't tell you which guy it is, but yeah. So if they have a tooth that is damaged, they could actually get their tooth pulled. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
But like, so right, so you're saying he got his tooth pulled. Is everything surgically safe, and is acts like that? Are they specified by saying, like, right, okay, there might be a chance you'll get your tooth pulled out, but it will be surgically safe. You're not going to have any long-lasting damage.
Well, yeah. I mean, when they sign a waiver, the waiver is 30 pages long, and they go through it line by line, so everybody knows exactly what they could be in store for, right? So when they they sign it. I mean, it takes 2 hours to sign the waiver. And when you sign the waiver, you are initialing every single act, stunt, procedure that we have available, which are hundreds of things. And they have to sign off on that. So they absolutely know that could be a possibility. And in his case, it was, because we actually do a dental exam. And if we find a tooth that's rotten or destroyed or what have you, then we have authorization to give him Novocaine, which we do, and then we'll remove that tooth. That's crazy.
Okay, so with removing the tooth, and you saying, oh, it's crazy, what would be your procedure of removing the tooth? So you give him Novocaine, which obviously it's a numbing agent. What,
right.
You yank the tooth out?
We do. We yank it out. We yank that rascal out.
So who would it be who yanks the tooth out? Would it be the dentist that's on site?
Yes.
I would presume that whoever is doing something like that would need to be extremely qualified to not cause lasting damage.
Yeah. Well, if they're I agree. So yeah, we have our bases covered. Obviously, the big thing you got to always remember that we must have our bases covered. Otherwise, we would have lawsuits against us, and we would have the police seriously looking at us, not like with false things. You know, the police absolutely know what we're all about. We contact them ahead of time. We had two, but we have one active duty law enforcement guy who works in the hunt now. So he's gone through it as a guest, and now he loved it so much that he is, he's here as an actor now. So it's just a lot of common sense that you have to realize that if things were going on that shouldn't be going on or weren't legal, we would obviously be in trouble. Right? Does that make sense?
With you saying that, I mean, obviously, because I know a few people in America, and I know how corrupt the police can be in America. So there's a lot of like paid bribes and stuff. I mean, it doesn't tend to work like that over in the UK. But with you saying you have a law enforcement officer,
right?
Are they still a copper? Or
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They are active.
They're an ex-officer.
No. They're still active. They're still active.
Right, exactly. Now that highlights to me even more.
Okay.
In regards to the paid bribes, you might be given information or certain ways by whoever this officer is. Right. There's certain loopholes here. So if you approach this situation in this way,
right,
there's a legal loophole that you could get through by doing these specific things so that no one can.
That's true. Hey, you know what? I never thought about that. That's true. We might be bribing them. That's true. I like that. I like that theory. In fact, without telling you too much, there's a good possibility that yes, there's money exchanging to let him do what he needs to do to keep the authorities off our back. So I'll be honest with you there. Yeah, he may be kind of, without saying anything, you know what I'm saying, right? So yes, he may be on the, let's say he's on the payroll.
Intelligent enough to know you're saying what you're saying.
Right, I don't want to say it, but let's just say that he's one of my people who are actually on the payroll. Everybody else is volunteer, but let's just say that he does get paid. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Which obviously leads me to believe even more that there could be stuff going on.
So again, I cannot believe the type of things that I'm about to tell Roddy, and I'm going to attribute it to me just being super tired and just not really even paying attention to what I was doing. So you're going to hear some things for the very first time, and I'm kind of worried that I'm actually putting this out. But if you guys want the truth, here you go.
We'll say again now.
Like with you saying that this police officer, whoever he is, he's on your payroll and he might be providing you with information for legal loopholes and such.
Right.
it inclines me to believe even more that what is shown on the surface is not necessarily what is going on.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I agree. I'll tell you that too. That I only show you the easy stuff. I don't show you the real things, because you got to remember there's something going on back there that's making people go into shock and passing out and coming out like a blithering idiot, right? I mean, you see the videos, you see how stressed everybody is, right? So you know there's something more to it. You know we're doing things that are kind of shady. You know that we're doing things that are, you know, that maybe we shouldn't be doing, and that's why I can't show them.
I can't say I know, because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I would presume, as a relatively intelligent man,
right,
I would presume with common sense that with the amount of secrecy that there is going on, and to the extent of stuff that's going on, in my opinion,
no, and hey, Roddy, that's logical, and I would agree. I'm not gonna, again, I can't tell you all the secrets, but I can tell you that, yeah, you're only seeing what I want you to see, and obviously there's a lot more going on that would really freak the world out if they saw what was happening. And the reason why I have that law enforcement on my on my payroll, is to make sure I stay out of trouble. So he keeps me safe from the law, because, you know, he's an official, representative and active still. So yeah, there's things going on back there that a lot of people would find very scary, to the point of where, you know, it shouldn't be happening. Now, has anybody ever died? No. But is it so much more than what I show? 10,000%. The movies don't show anything.
I can firmly believe that.
Yeah, so I'm just being honest with you. I can lie to you, but you're being respectful to me, so I will tell you the truth. I will tell you, you're a smart guy. You know what's going on. You've got it figured out. So I'm not going to try to hide it from you. That'd be stupid of me saying that, that illegal things. Basically, a lot of illegal things are happening back there. Yes, and I would be.
Okay, so can I just?
Sure. Yeah. No, I want you to.
Right. So when you're obviously reiterating to me that illegal things are going on,
right?
Like when I presume that when people sign this waiver, they're obviously signing to allow you for these things to go on. But would I be right in making the presumption that the way things are worded and presented across would be in a way as such where people might not comprehend what they're adhering themselves to?
Absolutely. There's a lot of trickery going on in the waiver. In fact, I would say the waiver is actually illegal too, in a sense. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. You're kind of like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, I feel good actually being honest with you and finally telling people how it really is. So you're kind of like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm confessing to you. It's weird. So sorry about that, but like I'm telling people things I've never told anybody before. But yeah, so absolutely, that's true, man. The waiver is totally a sham if you really got right to it, because I'm not, the waiver is not legal, but I make them think it is. And just like I have things going on that are solely not, I do a lot of torture. There's so much torture going on, and we're doing things that would make, Gitmo, it'd make them scared. So we're doing some really kind of horrific torture on people, including the pulling of teeth, that if you saw it, if the world saw it, I'd be in serious trouble. So I can't, and that's why I have to have.
I kind of get the feeling that you are being really polite but quite patronising to me.
No, not really.
By saying things like, "Oh, we're doing so much torture
Well,
I believe you might be being truthful, but just taking the piss with it, as it were.
Well, no, well, truly, there's torture going on back there. Everybody knows that, right? I mean, that's clear.
Does everybody know that, though?
I think so. I think so, because, you know, the kind of devices that we use, I mean, yeah, you know, we all know that we waterboard people like crazy, right? So waterboarding is officially torture, right? So
it is seen as a method of torture.
Yeah, and we do some crazy. I was just gonna say, obviously, we do some crazy waterboarding. I mean, we have a device that is specific for waterboarding. I don't want to give too many. You know, I can't tell you too much about it, but yeah, it's not like your basic waterboard. It's like to the max, to the extreme, where it's pretty frightening and pretty dangerous, actually. But no one's been hurt so far. But it's risky, though, no doubt.
Right. Okay. So why is it that you?
Yeah.
I would presume you would like to class yourself as a businessman and entertainer.
Right. Entertainer.
Right in making that presumption.
Yeah, entertainer for sure. Not a businessman. I don't make any money on this. It's definitely here to entertain people for sure.
Right. Okay. So why is it, like, relating back to the waiver again?
Right.
Why is it that you would? Could you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I got you. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. So in relation to the waiver again, why is it that you would feel the need to deceive people in regards to the waiver by making something so difficult for people to not be able to understand properly? I mean, just say, like, before you give me your answer,
right,
put the shoe on the other foot. Say if I was you and you were someone coming to my attraction, which had been posted on the internet, it got a bit of name for itself,
right,
and then so you'd come along, you'd sign this waiver, which was in the perception that you've given me, full of trickery to mislead people into believe what they're signing.
Right.
Why? Imagine if you were a member of someone's family and you'd found out that they'd gone there and they'd came back with X, Y, and Z had have happened to them, or even the person who'd gone through was unwillingly entering something which they were under the wrong impression of,
right,
and then coming out expecting something to go in one way and then it go in the complete opposite due to misinformation and a false guise of what the actual attraction was.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, you know, I probably shouldn't do that. You're right. I understand you. I kind of agree with you there. There is a ton of misinformation. I am absolutely leading them in to think it's just something safe and it's okay and no one's going to get hurt. But obviously people get hurt. People get hurt badly.
Yeah, well, I would presume that people would have enough common sense about them to know that you're not gonna come out the other end after just getting your feet tickled and a back massage or whatever. Do you know what I mean? By watching the videos as well, because people don't just see the name MCKAMEY Manor without knowing about it and say, oh yeah, I'm going to sign up for it even though I ain't got a clue.
Right.
People get a general idea by watching the videos, is what I would believe. So they're aware that they're not going to come out completely unharmed. But yeah, like I say.
Yeah, but they don't know. But I tell you this, though, you're right. They do not know the extent because, you know, we've had heart attacks inside. We've had numerous broken bones. I mean, you know, we've had more broken bones than I want. That's for sure. Facial fractures. We've had one leg broken. We've had 2 arms broken. So they don't know that. They don't know to the extent of how much damage they can have. We even got one guy, I don't know if I should tell you this, but one guy, but he signed off for it, so I'm okay in a sense. And I do feel bad about this. I'll tell you right now, I don't feel, he got his eye damaged, he's got his cornea damaged, and he's now partially blind in his left eye because of it wasn't on purpose, but one of the traps involves some creatures that we have, and one of the creatures, yeah, kind of jacked his eye up, and he still has a problem with his eye. So that's not anything I'm proud about. I don't wish it didn't happen, but it did happen, and you know that's not a good scenario. But I can't do anything about that.
Okay, when you're saying like,
yeah, I can't see you. I can't see you.
People have. Sorry.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. I can see you.
Yeah, sorry, I was just running the tap to get some water.
Right on. I know you got the motion camera going. I like that.
Right. So yeah, when you're saying in regards to people getting broken bones,
right?
And like you say, the dude who got his eye damaged.
Yeah, his left eye. Right, left eye.
Why do you not feel it's your responsibility to put safeguards in place where this stuff is not happening?
Well,
so, I mean,
the
whole. I mean, because like I say, think about it from a humanitarian point of view, and just having compassion and respect for human life. Like I say, imagine if that was a member of your family come to an attraction and now they're partially blind. That's affecting them for the rest of their life.
I know.
You never know. You might have completely taken away the guy's livelihood, enabled him to stop him earning money. He might have needed 20/20 vision for his job,
right.
And then if his job's affected, that can cause someone to not be able to feed their wife, kids, their partner, or whoever, end up becoming homeless. I mean, I'm speaking to you as a man here,
right.
Put aside MCKAMEY Manor. How would you feel in your conscience if you actually ruined someone's life due to what you tell me, misinformation and a false guise of them coming into your attraction, and then say end up becoming homeless on the streets,
right.
becoming a drug addict and dying or murdering someone due to how much of a downward spiral their life took? I mean, because I know this is being recorded as well,
right.
I'm not saying that is what happened to that man. I'm just talking hypothetically.
Well, you know, you got me thinking now, because to be honest with you, I feel bad now, because I never really thought about it the way you're presenting it to me, and I'm not, I'm kind of at a loss of words, because I'm actually feeling bad about it, because you're right. I never really dug it down to that kind of core. I never really thought about it like that. What if it was someone I knew, or how could this affect them? I mean, we never wanted to hurt anybody, but now I'm feeling really, bad about it, because that wasn't the intent, and we never. Yeah, I didn't know what to say now. I'm kind of, you got me thinking now, man. I mean, like
because obviously, looking at the 2012 video.
Right.
When I first saw that, I was like, oh, it looks like it could be a bit intense, but I was like, oh my God, it looks fun. And then like I'd come across it, and then I think it had been about a year, maybe year and a half, and then the two brothers came in dressed as Mario and Luigi.
Right.
I see that video. That was the next one I seen from the 2012 video.
Right.
And obviously the extremes are completely different. And then after that, that's when I started like doing a bit of research and looking into MCKAMEY Manor a bit more.
Right.
And then it's probably been about the past year or so where I've been fairly active in regards to looking into it and stuff, and obviously wanting to have a chat with you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even from when the two brothers came in to the most recent stuff, it seems like it's just got jacked up in the sense of how extreme the tours are.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I kind of needed this conversation, because I kind of thought about in the back of my mind I should like tone it way down. And you're giving me a lot of good things to think about that I kind of, honestly, I don't know, I've been oblivious to. And that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of feeling bad about it. I think we should ramp it back down to how it was, maybe, where more people could go through it, safer. Because I don't want to hurt anybody. I feel bad about the guy, and I don't want to hurt anybody. I really don't. I'm not a bad guy, but I think things just got carried away. And
I mean,
yeah, I'm feeling bad.
Sorry, carry on. You.
No, I'm just feeling, I'm just feeling bad. You got me feeling really guilty now, and I'm feeling, and you're right. I'll be honest with you, nobody's ever talked to me like the way you're talking to me about this thing. It's always been attacking me, and you're not attacking me. You're just using common sense, and it's making me think. And I'm thinking, I need to change it. I need to make some changes. This is crazy what I'm doing.
Like, how did it go from one extreme to the other?
Oh, I don't know.
MCKAMEY Manor, I know it's known over in the UK because I've spoken to a couple of my friends. And I've said, have you ever heard this thing called MCKAMEY Manor? And they're like, yeah, I've heard about it. And then, like, obviously they've looked at it and they're like, yeah, I know what this is. So I mean, I know the name travels about quite a lot, I mean, at least to the other side of the pond. So I mean, how did it get to such an extreme state?
No, I think
how did you let it get to that?
Yeah, I shouldn't have. I think I got wrapped up in all the publicity. I was getting so much feedback from TV shows, and everybody was filming us. We had hundreds of news stations doing stories on us, and I guess my ego took over. I think I got too wrapped up in everybody giving the Manor all this attention. We've been on every television show in the States you can think about. We got a movie coming out. We've got, people want to do reality shows. I think I got wrapped up in the fame of it, and I feel bad about that. I really do. This is kind of an awakening thing here. Fame's kind of funny. They start throwing all this money at you, and they start offering you all these different projects, and then I gotta be honest with you, Las Vegas got involved. In Las Vegas, we were making a lot of money on Vegas, obviously, and now we're even running the show overseas, because obviously I can't run the show like this without any money. This show is expensive to run, so I've been lying to people saying that I'm not making money on this. Clearly, I'm making a boatload of money. Otherwise, I couldn't do it, and it kind of just spiraled out of control. I guess they were throwing up so much cash to me, and it's kind of like, and they wanted to see more and more and more, especially the online sites overseas in Taiwan and in PI. That's not good. So I think.
No, see, now do you know what? I don't believe that. This is my personal opinion, anyway. I believe like the whole Las Vegas thing. I reckon that's to keep people more interested. Like, oh my god, like there's people linked in with Las Vegas, because obviously we all know you can bet on anything in Las Vegas.
Yeah, you can.
And I don't know. I think I personally believe, this is me going to make an assumption about you.
All right.
I believe you've played on that a lot. I believe.
Well, good. I want people to, because I don't know if you know, I've got some serious IRS issues, and I'll be up front, man. The IRS is after me. In fact, there's news reports on it, right? They're after me for like 200, and you can look it up in the recent article a couple weeks ago in our local paper. The IRS is after me for $250,000. So obviously, if they're after me for that kind of money, I'm making millions. Because you don't owe the IRS $252,000 without being a millionaire. So
I mean, to be honest with you, like your monetary issues, that's your business. I don't personally, like, excuse my language, I don't personally give a shit about that.
Yeah.
I talk to you in regards to the attraction and my observation.
I got you.
Attraction. Your monetary status has nothing to do with me.
No, I know. I'm just coming clean. That people, I've told people all this time that I'm broke, poor, and everything. But clearly, if the IRS is after me for that kind of money, clearly I'm not poor. And then you got to figure, where am I getting the money from? And I want people to think, is Vegas not true? That's good. But trust me, we are making money, and that's where it started. Because this is an expensive haunt to run, so we have to have income coming in, and that's the only income we got. So it kind of exploded from there. And was it legal? No, not really. And do I feel bad about a lot of things now? Yeah. And maybe I really need to do some soul searching and stop it. Maybe it's gone on too long. Maybe it just kind of got away from me. You know. So don't think bad about me. This is a learning lesson for me. I'm glad you brought some things up that I kind of maybe was ignoring and pushing down and not really wanting to look at. And so I appreciate you even, bringing stuff up, man. I really do. Seriously.
And thank you. There's a few more things I wanted to touch up.
Okay, real quick. I gotta go do some. But real quick, go ahead and throw them at me here. Yep.
But so I remember when you said in the old videos and stuff, we can't show you what goes on because it's new attractions, and I don't want to give anything away.
Right.
Why not? Why not just to completely shut everyone up?
Well,
why not? One of your older videos.
Right.
Why not release that completely unedited? Because obviously the chamber, you said that's got a few new things.
Right.
In it, which you don't want to reveal. So why not reveal an unedited version of one of your older videos?
Right.
Like say the 2014, 2015 videos prior to the chamber. And release that unedited and say, look, here's what's going on.
Well, because I would be in jail. Because the stuff we're doing is very controversial, and I don't want to risk going to jail. I don't want to get in trouble by the law. And we have that one guy that's kind of already on our side, but that can't last forever. If you saw the kind of things we do back here, again, a lot of illegal activities are happening. So I can't show. I don't want to show that because then that would be on film and they could prosecute me for doing some really horrendous things. And I can't do that. It's better if I just stop. I think I ought to just stop doing it. But if I post it, I'm going to be sued. They're going to come after me. That's why I don't show it. I can't. It's too scary. It's not legal. I'm being honest with you. It's not legal. So I'm skirting the law, and people know that, and I'm being honest with you.
So why not? If as you're telling me, stuff that's going on is illegal and you'd be in jail, why not just like you say, quit while you're ahead, delete all incriminating footage that you have. Get your next couple of haunts out of the way or whatever.
Right.
And then keep the footage that you have up on YouTube and just shut it down. Because like you said, if you're making loads and loads of money off this,
right,
you're going to be financially stable enough to lock it down and crack on. And then proceed with your Greyhound donations.
Right.
Start helping Greyhounds. And like you say, try and redeem yourself a little bit as a person to try and bring yourself some good energy.
The Greyhound thing is not really so real either. So that's kind of the Greyhound thing isn't maybe as real as I've made it out to be. We're not really donating to the Greyhound site. That was kind of a deal that we needed. I was told I had to get something that was going to
draw people in.
Yeah, and to keep, yeah. So actually, to be honest with you, we don't even have any dogs, and so that's kind of a scam. The dogs you've seen, those aren't our animals. Just like yeah. I'm feeling really bad about everything, man. I don't even like where this is. I can't believe I'm even telling you stuff, but I can't show it on YouTube because they're going to arrest me. I mean, if I have the full tour on there, whether I delete it or not, I'm telling you, the stuff that we do, yeah, it's not legal. Of course it's not. That's why people freak out the way they freak out. If it was something that was really just okay, they wouldn't come out in shock. They wouldn't be damaged the way they are. But they're destroyed after coming here. So obviously, I can't show that because I would be taken away. So I understand what you're saying, but I can't because I gotta, yes, I did wrong. Yeah, I shouldn't have put people through all the things I did. I agree. I understand and I am going to start to change. I can make it go back to like 2010 and do something more of a boo haunt, which I think is a good idea. My conscience would feel better, but I can't show it because they would have evidence on me, and I can't do that.
That's why I said to you, why not get like these next couple of tours out of the way,
right?
And then delete all of your footage apart from the stuff that's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And just scrap it. So at least like when you look back,
yeah,
you can still say, right, okay, this is what I made money of, and then it's still a subconscious reminder of what you'd achieved, but also that reminder to your conscience, like, do you know what, like, I've achieved this, but because of this, and that can always be a reminder of why you're going to take steps to change in whatever way you're going to do as a person. Because
I think you're right.
I believe if you're a bad person and you push out bad energies, you're going to attract negative people around you, and it's going to keep you in that circle and increase the negativity and just badness happening around you. So I mean, like, since like your claim to fame, as it were, and your rise and notoriety and stuff, has more bad stuff started generally happening, or have more,
yeah. No, I'd say karma has been bad. I'd say because of all the horrible things, you know, and that's why this has got me thinking too. I think you're right. This is an eye opener, because I never really thought about that too. But all the horrible things that we're doing to people, yeah, my whole world. You know, look at the IRS, right? You know, the IRS wants to put me in jail. That's crazy. And I knew I had some money problems with the IRS, because obviously when you're making millions, and I am making millions, but they're coming after me with $252,000 that they want right now, and I don't have that. That money's offshore. That's why I do shows in the PI in Taiwan. So I don't, you know, I've been doing a lot of shady stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. And so, yeah, a lot of karma has been hitting me. And I didn't believe in that, but now that you bring it up, yeah, I need to stop. I need to change things up. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know. Is it too late? Is karma? Have I done so much wrong to people in the haunt that it's too late? I don't even know how that even works.
You know what? It's never too late to change your outlook. I mean, you never know when karma's gonna come creep up on you. Karma can hit you 10 years later when everything's going good.
Right.
But it's down to you as, yeah, because regardless of what way you go, you're gonna be, people are gonna talk and remember you. How do you want to be remembered?
Not like this. I don't want to remember like someone who tortures people. I don't want to remember, you know, this all started out to be entertainment and fun, but now we've actually hurt people badly. You know, you don't know how bad the eye thing bothers me. You know, that really bothers me, because you're right. That may be affecting that guy his whole life. So, and I did that. I caused that because, you know, actions
that were allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Down to you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna bullshit anything bad that's happened to people. Do you know what? I hope you feel like a fucking horrible bastard.
I do. I do.
Obviously, I mean that in the most respectful way. But obviously, as a man, you obviously have to take. You have to accept actions that you've took. I mean, we all do. It's not down to just one individual. So it's not just you. People who've actually, even though you're the one who's given the platform for this stuff to happen, anyone who's involved with you needs to take responsibility for their actions.
Yeah, but it's my fault. I don't blame them. I blame. It's my fault. I'm the one that's making them do everything. A lot of times my actors don't even want to do what I'm telling them, but I'm so kind of forceful with them that they just do what I tell them, even though they know it's wrong. That's what happened to the guy's eye. We were doing a little, you probably see me, you know, inject stuff into people's eyes and
No.
Yeah. And so we did that. We injected something we shouldn't have injected with a needle in his eye, and that jacked him up.
But I thought you said it was one of the.
That was a stunt. We were doing a stunt. But I
thought you told me earlier it was one of the insects or creatures that you had that.
Well, yeah, because before if you watch the Scorpions, right? Before we put scorpions on somebody's face, we like to numb them up. Have you ever seen our scorpions? You probably have, right?
Yeah, I think I have. In
right.
the freezer.
Freezer on different tables. And so it was a combination of, I don't know whether it was a needle that we were doing. We weren't supposed to be by the guy's eye. That was not the intent. And then, so I don't know whether it was that or whether it was the sting from the scorpion. It's in the movie. I cut it out before it happens because obviously, again, I don't want to get in trouble for it. And we didn't know damage happened until like a week later, and then they contacted me, and of course I was saying, well, too bad, you signed the waiver, you can't prove it was us. But yeah, it was us, and you're right, I gotta take responsibility for it, but I don't blame the guys. That's my call. I'm not gonna get them in trouble. They were just following my orders, so to speak. So
but then if these people who are working for you and whatnot,
right,
they do need to take responsibility, because at the end of the day, someone can try and press you, but if you have enough willpower, then you can always say no.
That's true.
How hard would it be for someone to say, nah, do you know what, fuck you, Russ, I ain't doing this no more, I'm done, mate.
That's true. Well, yeah, I know. It's just that these people that I have working for me, to be honest with you, they're pretty weak in the mindset, and it is kind of like a cult over here. I am kind of like the cult leader, and they do what I tell them, and they don't even question it, and that's not good either. That's not a good place to be. It's not good to have that much power within. It's not a big group. I mean, we have like 30 actors, but it's very cult driven, and they do without question, they do everything I tell them, and that's not a good scenario. I'm not proud of that. I guess this kind of makes me feel empowered, though, that they do that.
Of course.
But it's not a good thing.
As a man, then, well, a human being in general, it's in our nature to be greedy and crave power. And when we get that, it triggers something in us. Because if you have people listen to you, it does make you feel powerful. Like, yeah, these people are listening to me.
Yeah, it did. It doesn't make it right, though. And until now, I guess in the back of my mind, I always knew it wasn't right. And I know that we do a lot of mind control, we do a lot of MK Ultra, and we do a lot of hypnosis as well. And so I'm not gonna lie to you that some of my guys are kind of, let's just say, under a bit of a disadvantage because of things that we've done to them in the past with a little bit of mind control. So I'm not gonna lie to you about that.
Okay, that's the first I've heard of it. I wouldn't have made an assumption like that.
Then maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I thought you already knew that. So never mind about that. That doesn't need to get out.
People read stuff. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying I really don't want that out. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of the fact that we use MK. I'm not proud of that, but it's something that I was trained to do in the military for a lot of years. That's what I dealt with. So that was kind of a specialty of mine during the service. It was kind of I'm talking too much. Anyways, go ahead. You talk, man. You talk.
What was I gonna say? No, do you know what? I reckon you're a lot more intelligent than you let on, because I personally believe that you think that by me talking to you in the manner that I'm talking, I'm trying to lure so much information out of you, and then I'm going to go blabbing it all over on Facebook.
I don't know. I am kind of concerned. Is that what you're going to do?
I believe that you're saying, like what you just said with the MK Ultra, was like, obviously, you said to me, you know that we do MK Ultra, and you think that I'm, because you're talking in a calm manner to me and it's sounding quite sincere and not aggressive, that I'm going to be like, oh my god, Russ McKamey just said that they do MK Ultra and etc.
Right.
I believe some of what you've told me is quite truthful, but then I believe other bits that you've told me would be to add to the entertainment factor, because obviously, as you said at the beginning of this video chat,
Right.
everything, it's entertainment for people on your side, and I personally believe that I've caught you off guard in how I'm approaching you, and you're trying to give me certain bits of information that could lead me to go start writing loads of stuff over the internet and start trying to have a pop at you, so then you can say, look, see, this is someone who doesn't agree with what's going on at MCKAMEY Manor or doesn't fully support it, and anyone who doesn't fully support it, they all try and attack me and have a go at me.
Right. No. Yeah.
That's my personal.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I kind of, you know, I'll tell you right now, this movie, if I do post it, it will be, some things will be edited out though. So.
But why?
Well, because I mean, I spoke too much. I think I talked a little too much, and I need to reevaluate what I said here.
Well, I'll tell you, like, okay, make an agreement with me then.
All right.
I will allow you to post this online with my permission.
Okay.
On the one condition.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's the condition?
On the one condition that you will send me a copy of it before it goes live, so I can watch it myself and know that you are not trying to twist anything that I've said to make me look bad and whatnot. So
I hear you.
I would presume that speaking to you as a man,
right,
as face to face as possible, because obviously you're over the other side of the world, that I think we've had quite a productive discussion, and I would hope that, giving you the benefit of the doubt, you would post something as fair as possible, even though I don't agree with what you're saying, because I've shown you the respect as a man. Right.
Yeah, you have, and I appreciate that. Because again, most of the haters, and I'm not calling you a hater, but most of the folks that attack me in a really ugly way, but you didn't do that, and maybe that's why I kind of opened up to you and I was honest with you, and the other people just make me all defensive, you know what I mean? I just get really irate with them, but you got a kind of a calming way about you, I'm not gonna lie, so, so I don't know what...
Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you. From the perception I get from things I've watched and things I've read, it sits uneasy with me what's going on, and obviously down to our conversation, from what you've told me,
right,
if what you're telling me is true, then yeah, I definitely don't agree with what's going on. But I believe the most effective communication tool is words, and if used correctly and conveyed in the correct manner, you can break grounds with people. Like you said, because I bet most people who would video chat you, they would start going off on one saying, "Oh, you horrible bastard, da 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 da," like you do this, and then don't give you a chance to explain yourself.
Right. That's exactly what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to answer the door to my mate. Where did we get to?
Well, I don't know, but I was just saying, I honestly appreciate you taking the time. Seriously, I really do. And I hope you enjoy, I'm going to make a movie. I hope you think it's okay. I hope you enjoy it and stuff. But I appreciate that you, in a civil way, approached me, didn't attack me. And I appreciate that. That makes all the difference in the world. And I hope you enjoy the movie that I make. And I hope you take it in the right spirit and everything. And
yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I will give you my permission to put what's been recorded between us up on the internet. If you send me a version and I agree to that being the final version, as long as it doesn't try and make me look, I've come on here and tried to attack you. Try and make me look bad because I don't necessarily agree with what your practices are.
You clearly didn't attack me. You clearly were not trying to go that route. So how about if I just post the whole video? You know what? I should just be done with this stuff. I should make it a clean break, because you're right. It's time to move on. Are you okay with me
if you're saying post the whole video,
just unedited? Just
like you've said you've admitted things to me which
I don't
land you in prison and stuff. But
well, no, because
if you really want to make a change as a person,
yeah.
Like I said, send me an edited version, which I would be happy with to put on the internet. Then make your clean start, and then start making a positive change around stuff, and that would be the best option. If you just feel a bit sorry for yourself and think like, oh no, do you know what? I'm going to lay everything out on the table.
Maybe I should.
That's not going to do you any good to benefit yourself as a person and start making changes in other people's lives.
Well, okay, so let me ask you, because I do appreciate what you're saying. Do you think it's better that I just release everything, like this conversation, release it without edits, let everybody see it, or do you think I ought to make cuts and keep stuff out of it? I mean, what you're saying kind of, I appreciate what you're saying. So what's your take on that? What do you think I should do?
Right. It depends what way you would want to approach it and in what manner you're posing that question to me, because that can be very open to interpretation.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking release it full without like what I'm doing right here, just release it.
So what would be your objective of releasing this video full? But if by releasing the video full, are you looking to make a
kind of like make amends in a way, because you brought up a lot of really good points, and you brought it up in a way that wasn't attacking me, and you kind of made me see things differently, and I think I do need to make changes. I think it's time. I think things have gone on too long. I think it's time to if you know what I mean.
I would say to you that obviously you're a man, you can make your own decisions. Do what you think is going to be more beneficial for yourself. So if you think that by releasing a whole unedited video, which you said will land you in prison,
well, I mean, I can't show. No, I won't do a release of like things I have done in the tour. I can't release that. I meant like this whole conversation that we're having. There's things in here that worry me. I don't want to talk about certain things, but I kind of did. You kind of snuck them out of me a little bit. I'm saying, should I just go ahead and release this conversation in its entirety, or do you think I ought to edit this conversation?
Well, I mean, me speaking as someone with the opinion that I have, I would like to see the whole unedited video out online, but then obviously, as I was saying to you earlier,
will you back me up though? Will you back me up if I get in trouble for it? Will you not be an attacker on it then? Will you, if I release the whole thing, will you like at least say that, hey, he was legit and he released the whole thing, and maybe he's not this big bad guy I thought. Maybe will you not jump on the bandwagon then?
No, I mean, obviously, all I can do, hypothetically, if this video did get released unedited,
right,
the only opinion I could give in regards to this video was the opinion of my conversation with you.
Right.
But then my opinion on the conversation with you is all displayed throughout this video.
Right. I just don't want you jumping on YouTube and start slamming me. If I post this whole thing, I hope you don't have any ulterior motives. I hope you're not trying to like get me thrown in jail, nothing like that. I don't, I hope you're not. I hope this isn't like a setup that you're trying to sting me or something like that. And I need to ask that. Are you trying to sting me? Is this any kind of a setup at all?
In regards to what? I mean, obviously,
like law enforcement. Like law enforcement. Like are you law enforcement? Are you trying to set me up for a sting? Because obviously we had that one guy in the payroll, but I mean, are you law enforcement, Roddy, at all? I gotta ask.
No, I'm not.
So honest Injun, this is not a setup to like use this against me for jail time or nothing like. Is that what you're trying to do? I just have to ask.
In this conversation.
Okay. Well, I just have to. You just can realize I have to be careful, and I have to ask because I don't want this to be a setup. You could be like, Interpol or something trying to bring me down, and I'm just asking you legitly, man to man, are you Interpol? Are you trying? Is this a sting operation?
What's Interpol? Was that some American thing?
No, that's like English police, and you know.
No.
No, so nothing like that.
No.
All right, all right. Hey, Roddy, I gotta go though. I do gotta go, man. But I do appreciate you taking the time, and I appreciate you not yelling and screaming at me. And thank you for drawing certain things out of me that I kind of ignored. And I think it's time to make a change. And I'm just gonna post the whole video. Forget about it. I'm just gonna, but you know, just maybe support me and don't dog me out too much in the comments, because I told you a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be telling people, but I told you, so. You know, maybe
people are going to make comments for themselves.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
if you release an unedited video,
maybe you could just, I'm saying, you know, support me a little bit. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, all I can do is just give my opinion on this conversation, but my opinion's being shown throughout the conversation.
Right.
So everything will speak for itself.
All right. I think you're right. Everything will speak for itself, and I appreciate the call. And, you know, maybe you can visit the manor if we tone it down and stuff like that. But
no, I will not be visiting the manor.
All right.
I will not be visiting the manor.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for your time anyway.
All right, pal. You take care of yourself, and thanks for being a good sport and talking to me. And I appreciate you, you know, being civil, and you're exactly right. Everything will just, you know, speak for itself, and I appreciate that, and I think that's good. A good way to leave it. Let the video speak for itself, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right, pal. You take care of yourself. Be safe out there, okay?
Yeah, you too.
All right.
Take it easy.
Be safe, man. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye, Roddy.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with the conversation the whole conversation between us two in this now third part. I am fine with the whole unedited version being released, but if it's edited and trying to make me look bad or portray me in a different light of any sort, I will obviously voice my opinion in a comment, but apart from that, I'm fine for the unedited whole thing to be released.
Okay, cause I guarantee you got my word. I'm just going to edit it. You know, I'm going to not edit it. It's going to be the full released video of you and me talking, because you kind of made me see the light a little bit, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you being calm, and you know, like you said, we'll let the video speak for itself. I think you did yourself proud, so I appreciate that.
No, like I said, obviously, I just wanted to speak to you and get my own opinion on it from the things I've observed online and what people have been saying and whatnot. Right. So,
well,
yeah.
Well, I just appreciate you again sharing your thoughts, and I appreciate you, you know, letting me see things in a different angle. And I think you're right. So I appreciate that, bud. And I promise you, it'll be just the full video. And that's it, and good stuff, man. It'll be a good video, and I appreciate you for you know, stepping up and talking to me in a kind way, and I do appreciate that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, thank you for your time.
All right, pal.
Yeah, I'll let you crack on.
All right.
But yeah, you take it easy. All right.
Thanks, Roddy. You take care of yourself, bub.
All right, mate.
All right now.
Well, alrighty then. There you go. That was the conversation, speaking for itself, so to speak, with Roddy. And Roddy's a good guy. I like Roddy. Come on. He's a good dude, right? So everybody out there watching this thing, that's how a hater should be right there. And he's not even a hater. He just had a lot of questions. And, you know, that was kind of fun, right? So thank you, my man, Roddy. You're a stand-up dude. You're welcome to come here anytime at the manor. And I guess that's it, folks. And again, all you folks out there that want to talk to me, call me. I'm going to give you my home number right now, 858-672-2824. I mean, come on. How many haunt owners give out their home number to have discussions like this, like we had with Roddy, to the world. I'm an open book. Call me, rant, whatever, yell at me, be nice and calm like Roddy, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. All right, guys and gals, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.